Oh, why would you do that? I'm adjusting my jack-o'-lantern. We can't start recording in progress, but I'm adjusting my jack-o'-lantern.
It is my
By the
goal.
way, literally, I'm adjusting the jack-o'-lantern. Don't y'all think that's weird code for something?
A jerk-o'-lantern.
It looks good.
It's my life's goal to start recording in progress at the most inopportune time for you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
You are on your way to that goal for sure.
Thank you.
By the way, totally, not that we've started a subject, but the fact that Jack Goris didn't see that his nickname got changed to Jerk-o'-lantern in the group chat for like 2 days, that made my weekend.
And whoever gave him the name Jerk-o'-lantern, well done.
Oh, that's me. Oh,
well done, you.
Yeah. First off, he created his own nickname, which is not allowed.
You don't do that.
No. So I was like, okay, I'll give you that, but I'll also tweak it just a little bit.
But to explain why I look so beautifully stunning tonight,
as always,
I finished work and then I got stuck in traffic. There was a car crash on the M6 and it took me like an hour longer to get home than it should have done. And then I had a very, very long bath. And then just as I was finishing up dinner, fajitas, very good fajitas.
Lovely.
You were like, hey, I'm ready. And I was like, and then I remembered we had a time change at the weekend and you didn't have a time change.
Not yet.
So I'm got wet hair and PJs, and I'd like to pretend I would have looked smarter in an hour's time, but let's be honest, I would have carried on watching Married at First Sight and eating tortillas.
It's okay. It's a fluid program, and I did not know about your time change. Although I did know that there was a time change in Albania, since I talked to my buddy in Albania last night, and you would think that I would think, since that's kind of part of Europe or the UK, not part of UK, but Fran.
Hello.
This is episode 20. I'm pretty sure it's episode. Shows you how good. I'm pretty sure it's episode 20, which is pretty cool because it's like a round number.
It's a round number.
But more importantly, it is a round number, and the 2 has a curve to it, and the O has a couple.
I
think
2s are quite pointy.
Not if you do a swoopy one at the top. Swoop at the top. Hard stop, and then back the other way. Like you're making a question mark, and you go, "Oh, never mind. We're going back that way." Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
I really struggled with 5s when I was younger.
Ooh.
You know, like I would go on for ages with the neck.
Yep. You basically made like an L, a lowercase L. But right now you got to go up and around. You're like, whatever.
Yeah. No.
Episode 20. Fran and Carlo get OCR adjacent. This is.
We talk less and less about OCR every week.
No, this week though, I've been waiting. This is my favorite time of year. We are less than a week.
Wonderful time of the year.
We are actually, I should say less than a week. We are about exactly a week, give or take a day, from the start of World's Toughest Mudder. So today we're just going to talk about World's Toughest Mudder stuff.
WTM.
WTM. All day, all night.
24 hours, baby.
That's what we're going to do, plus another hour. No, we don't have that, huh? Is it a hard
I would love to know.
That's the kind of stuff we should know and tell people.
We should, but we will find out before the next weekend.
I do know the start line closes at 9 a.m., but we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
One of the things I wanted to kind of go over was just some of the stuff that might be kind of...
at 9 a.m.
The start line closes. No new lap can be started after 9 a.m.
But doesn't the race start at like 1 p.m.?
Yes.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Now you're going to make me check my notes and see
that doesn't sound right.
Screwed up.
That's giving 9 till 10, 10 till 11, 11 till 12, 12 till 1. That's giving 4 hours to 24 hours.
Hold up.
Oh,
never mind.
Are you thinking about official finishers have to finish a lap after 9 a.m.?
Yes, last lap must be completed after 9 a.m. to be an official finisher. So I'll cut all that out too. Boy, this is going to be fun.
No, don't, because people now have learned.
They've learned that we're idiots, and then we figured it out.
No, not we, you.
Me, yes. Hey, you were agreeing. Oh, no, you weren't agreeing. You were actually checking me out.
That's how we got it, because I just agreed.
I don't know. Everyone's like, are you going to give us any
I don't know,
facts?
but I've been told.
I'm like, I don't know. Define facts, will you?
There is no such thing as a fact.
That's
Nothing is fact. Everything is only theory.
So to me, one of the biggest kind of changes, if you will, is that they have done away with, and I kind of applaud them on this because it was sticky, or it got sticky a few years ago, and they've kind of refined it. They've gone away from the Golden Carabiner challenges. Are
Okay,
you familiar
sounds
with those?
boring, but okay.
What's that?
Sounds boring to be away from those, but okay.
Well, here's the thing. There's a positive side to it, kind of, I think. So for one thing, so the Golden Carabiners were something that started in like 2018 or 19. It started in Atlanta. And basically, if you were an open wave participant, you couldn't be a contender or a elite contender. You had to be an open wave participant. When you finished each lap, you could go to Race Center, do a little challenge. The one that people remember most is they make you take a shot of hot sauce, which I did that in 2021. I did it like 4 times, and each time I did it, I got back to my pit. I was like, I'm not doing that again. It wasn't particularly hot, but it's just like, dude, a shot of pint of like concentrated hot sauce, like
Not
it
a pint.
hits you. It's not the same as having a wing that's kind of spicy, and you go, ooh, and you got the meat in there, and it's all. It's like it goes straight to your,
Especially with TM tummy.
right? Yeah. So anyway, you did the challenge, you got a carabiner, and then there was certain little like bypass portion of the course that you got to turn in
Did
your
you get to
carabiner.
miss out obstacles?
Yes.
So that
Yes.
could be
And I remember
very
in
worth it.
2021, I can't remember all of them, but it was a particularly rough stretch of like two fairly difficult obstacles that you got to basically bypass with this straight shot through the desert. Clearly, they don't want elite contenders doing that, right? So they did away with that. Um, but because they've done away with that now, since everybody is running the course at the same time, just maybe starting a little further back, anyone.
Start that sentence again, please.
Okay, so it said anybody. So your elite contenders are going to start. Think of the starting paddock. The elite contenders start in the wayfront. Then you've got your contenders behind them, and then you got your open behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So in the past, that's how we've done it. That's how we line
Mm-hmm.
them up. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is, in years past, only elite contenders and contenders could compete for prize money.
Okay, so you're saying that everyone can compete for prize money now.
Literally everyone.
Those words make more sense than everyone's running the same course.
That's a good point.
I did not
Thank you,
understand. I'm
Fran.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
So, yeah, that's fair. So if everyone's eligible for prize money, no one can get shortcuts.
Correct. Exactly.
Or everyone gets the opportunity to earn a shortcut because it's part of the fun of World's Toughest Mudder.
Well, that's another way of looking at it. Another thing that I thought was interesting, and we're going to be kind of all over the place here.
Of course we will.
Yes, we will. The other thing I thought was neat was for the team competition, you can have a team of 2, 3, 4, right? More than two, or two or more, I should say. But what is interesting is, especially on like for the 4-person team, once, as you know, the thing that stays normal is the whole team has to complete the first lap and the last lap together, right? As a team, all within 30 seconds of each other. You can't lag behind or whatever, any of that. However, once you complete that first lap, say you have a 4-person team, you can send anybody, any combination of teammates, or just one teammate out. So we could be a team of 4. You could have a super speedy McQuick guy or gal.
So it could be me, you, Jack, and Chris Rogowski, and we'd win.
Yes, because we would run the first lap together.
Chris Rogowski, if you want to win the team event, let me, Jack, and Carlo know, and we will do the first and last lap with you, and then get on with broadcasting.
That's exactly right. Chris Rogowski. I know she's listening. She listens to every episode. Probably, maybe, probably not. But yes. So basically, we could run the first lap together, stop, let Chris Rogowski run
everything else.
8 laps, 10 laps, whatever she wants to run.
Whatever she feels
and then
like.
Run that last lap together. And that's an official team race.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. I love it.
I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. I would like to do that.
Be the person who runs the first and last lap and nothing else.
and wins because they have one really good person on their team.
Oh, and something else about that. And I don't
And
know
then
if
we
this
could
is a
be like throughout the night, we'll be like, Team Chris Rogowski and losers are currently in first place. Well done us. Well done us.
well, yes. Wow, look at we are doing so good. We are doing. Should we check on Chris when she comes in? Nah, she's got it. Okay.
She's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Should we pit for her? She doesn't need it.
Yeah, we don't want to ask her if she needs help because then she might tell us to go run a lap. And we're like, well, we're busy right now. We can't
No thanks.
we can't run a lap, Chris
I don't want to
Rogowski.
lose it for you.
The other thing I thought was neat, and I don't know, this might not be a change, but I think it is. So say you're on that team lap, right? And we all go through the obstacle, and one of us fails. It used to be if any member of the team fails, you all have to do the penalty. And now, if one person on the team fails, the rest of you just hang out, and that person does the penalty, and you meet up, and then you go. So only
Okay,
the
that
person who fails the obstacle has to do the penalty.
Okay, that's cool. So you, me, and Jack will do lots of penalties, and Chris will do
100%. And Chris will just be bored, like biting her nails.
just like la 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 la.
If she's a nail biter, I don't know. Are
Okay,
you a nail biter?
she
I'm a
doesn't-
total nail biter.
Oh, you know I'm not, but I have very short
Ugh.
nails. I keep them very short, but
You'll see
I can't have them over my fingers. It kills me, but I don't bite them.
when I see
Oh,
you,
I do that.
literally a week from now, when I see you, I'll say, look at my horrible cuticles and how trash my fingers are. Because I
Should we give you a
can't help it.
should we go for a manicure?
I don't have enough. I don't have, like, seriously,
Maybe they
like,
can tidy up your cuticles.
they're so recessed. I'll show you. They're gross, man.
I'm gonna really enjoy seeing that.
For real?
No.
Okay. Let's see. I've got my little notes up here. Of course, we've got, contender, elite contender. Do you want to talk about how you become a contender? How do you achieve contender status?
Does it matter if you achieve contender status if everyone's eligible for prize money?
It affects where you start if you're in the, where you are in the starting paddock.
Okay.
And let's be real, you get a different bib, and people love their bibs.
It is important for le bib.
The elite contenders are the black bibs, which I think are really cool. Dude, you know what's really cool is, yep, besides you,
Okay.
the one you've seen no one's earned one yet, but the 125-mile black bib, no one has yet to earn it.
Maybe
But
this is
it's a cool looking bib, bro. I'll never earn it.
We might earn it this year with our super team.
Oh, that's right. We should get her on the phone, by the way, because she might need to know that she's going to run this event with us.
If she listens to this, she'll know.
Yeah, but she won't hear it until Friday,
Yeah,
which will only give her like
a week.
No, like 4 days. 6 days.
That's enough for her.
Well, I believe in her. I think she'll do it.
I believe in her. I believe in her very, very much.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
carry on.
Yes. Okay. So how do you get contender status? I'm glad you asked, Fran.
Hey, Carlo, I have a question
Fran?
for you.
Yeah,
I
go
was
ahead.
wondering,
Hmm.
if everybody is eligible for prize money, does contender status exist this year? And if so, how do you earn it?
I'm glad you asked me that, Fran.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can tell you exactly how. So one way of doing it is through Tough Mudder Infinity achievement. So if you are a female participant and you completed 25 miles at a Tough Mudder Infinity, then you're a contender. If you're a male participant who completed 30 plus miles at an Infinity event, there you go. You're in. Ooh, I didn't know this. Oh, if you're a Masters, they have Masters. If you're a Master, I'm a Masters. If you're a Masters female participant, 50 or over on the date of the qualifying race, who completes 20 miles at an Infinity, you'd get contender status. And if you're a male Masters, you do 25 miles.
Oh my God, nothing.
Come on. I could probably have done that, I bet.
You definitely could have done that.
Oh.
Do it for next year so you can run next year in the UK.
Wouldn't that be cool? Now, that's for contender status. If you want elite contender status, you want to be way up front with, like, our
teammate, Chris.
Yeah, our teammate, Chris, yes. And, like, Elliot Reeb and CBJ and
Josh
Michael
Fiore
Michael
and
Schutt. Michael Schutt.
Shut, Shut,
Yep.
Shut.
And who's the other guy? DJ Fox's athlete. Jeffrey Lippert. People are sleeping on Jeffrey Lippert. He's going for the orange jacket. I have faith in Jeffrey Lippert. So I hope we got his name, his first name right. I'm pretty sure it's Jeffrey. He'll love it.
Just say Lippert.
If you're going for an elite contender, you would have had to get 40 miles at an Infinity if you're a woman,
A
and
lot.
40. That's moving, by the way.
That's moving because that's an 8-hour event, right?
Yes, for an Infinity. Yes, that's
40 miles in an 8-hour event is not a lot. I can't.
you're moving. Yes,
So not
and
a lot of
then
people earned that this year, I'm gonna say.
I don't know. We'll find out when we see the paddock.
I don't think a lot of people actually earned that this year, unless they automatically get it from last year for a certain amount of miles.
Yes, there is. Well, you get. You mean 2023?
WTM 2023. Sorry, I was just in the middle of having 17 gulps of tea there.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Did you
okay.
put anything in your tea? You have any honey or anything?
Oh, well, I don't eat honey,
Oh,
but I do have
right.
oat milk.
Oh, fine. Oh, sure. So you're cool with them milking those poor oats. Sowing your oats? Is that what you do?
That's what boys do.
Why is it a boy thing?
You know what that means?
I guess not officially, no.
You don't
I
know
mean,
what sowing
I
your
know what
wild
it
oats
stands
mean.
for, but why is it attached to okay, am I about to embarrass myself? I don't know. Let's learn. I know the phrase and I know what it means, but I guess I don't know the origins of it. How about that?
I mean, you don't need to know what the origins are. You just need to know what it means. You know what it means, right?
I
Sowing
do,
your
but that
wild
was the
oats.
joke. That was the joke, Fran.
Okay, if you
I wasn't just going like, you know,
I don't.
sewing a
I'm
sweater.
confused now.
All right. Okay, where were we? I
Sewing a
don't even know.
sweater.
Elite. I'm just nothing. Elite contender. We did
I'm
that.
gonna look
Oh
this
no, we
up.
didn't. Oh, so then there was the of course there's also the toughest, right? The 12-hour.
Hmm.
So females would have had to have done 30 miles, males 40. That's to get contender status. Or for the masters, 25 for the female, 30. See, I could do 30 miles in 12 hours.
Mm, you could.
I bet.
You could.
If I knew I had to get 30 miles. Oh
You
well,
could.
too late. And then for elite contender, we're talking 45 miles for the women. Dude, 55 miles for the men. That's like,
How
although
many
there were
miles
guys,
did you say on Infinity to be an elite contender?
elite contender for the female is 40 and then 45 for the men.
Okay, so nobody at Tough Mudder Manchester got elite contender.
Oh, there you go.
But I have a feeling very, very few people have earned that this year. I'm
Oh,
struggling
and
to
then
fill my
also,
lungs and it's driving me mad.
that's fine. Okay. Let's see. Participation categories. We know about that. I mean, categories you basically got contender, open, team relay, and adaptive, right? That nothing's changed there.
So would we be an adaptive? Because
Sadly, no, we don't legally qualify for that.
oh,
Oh, although having Jack.
that was my point.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Well, of course, not us. That's a good question. Do you need just one adaptive athlete on your team? I think
I
that's
guess so,
probably true.
yeah. So,
Oh,
so far, no one in the UK from any of the UK races has qualified on an Infinity for elite contender status. And I can't be bothered to go through the rest.
okay.
But it
Oh,
doesn't
you know
matter.
what? You know what?
What?
I just realized that I'm kind of a fool
You've
because
only
I'm
just
looking at the
realized
rules
that?
right now. I misspoke earlier, and I hope someone hasn't jumped into the comments. But let's be real, no one's leaving comments. Uh, so Golden Carabiner challenges have not gone away. They will continue to be available to all athletes. However, completing these challenges will earn you merit badges instead of a course bypass route.
And what do merit badges mean?
It's literally like a little badge you can stick on yourself, like patches type thing.
I mean, I want that.
Do you?
Badges? Yeah.
We don't need no stinking. Okay. Yes.
I went to school where you could earn different ties.
Ties?
Ties.
Did you go to private school, like a fancy pants?
Only for 2 years when I was 17 and 18. And you could And you
Oh,
could earn different ties. So like you got the regular school time, and
oh,
then
jeez.
you'd get a prefect tie, and then you'd get half colors, and then you'd get full colors, and then there would be different. Those are the only ones like there were others, but I've forgotten them. And you would earn the ties, and then you could be like, oh, which tie am I going to wear today? Oh, what colors?
Yeah, but what about the
So
poor kids that
yeah, I love
no,
earning
so that's
things.
a status thing. You're just like trying to show how much better you are than the other kids.
Well, yeah,
Jesus. And the school did that on purpose.
they
They want the
were they.
infighting, Fran. They want
No
the
one fought.
infighting.
It was an
That's how they
incredibly.
get you, Fran. That's how they get you.
Everyone was really friendly. It was a really nice place to be. I've never been to a nicer school.
It's because you went to a rich kid school. That's
I
cool.
know.
Whatever.
Really nice. That's so much fun. I didn't learn a thing. Failed all my exams, but it
Look
was
at you.
good.
You've had a great life, though, right? Golden Carabiner.
I would
Yeah.
do
So
it for the badges.
there will not be separate leaderboards for open and contender slash elite contender categories. All individual athletes will be eligible for overall and age group podiums slash awards. The exception is the team relay participants and the adaptive athletes. There was something I saw that I thought was interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. So I thought this was kind of cool. Each team, so each team of whatever, 2, 4, will have one team timing chip that they'll pass around each other, right, as they're going through. For the love of Pete, you guys, if you're on a team and you come back, do not forget to pass your timing chip to your partner
So does
so they
that
don't get
mean you
halfway
don't
through a
all have
lap.
to cross the timing line this within a certain amount of time of each other?
Only on the laps when they all run together.
But how will they know? Because there's only one timing chip, so they won't know when the rest of the team crosses.
That's a good point. Way to find a
Thank you.
loophole, Fran.
It's what I
I
do.
don't know. So it says each team will have one timing chip. Each team athlete will also have their own individual timing chip
Oh, well, there we
and,
go.
and will be eligible for individual mileage rewards, including mileage patches, bibs,
Oh
and
my
belt
God. So
buckles.
it really is beneficial for Chris to make a team with us because she'll still win stuff. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's how they'll know because everyone crosses. I was going to ask a question. This is going back to the Golden Carabiner.
Yep.
If anybody from TMHQ is listening, please can me and Carlo do some Golden Carabiner challenges for fun? And can I have the patches, please?
I bet we can do that.
I
I can
really
talk
want
to
them.
Everett, the race director.
Robert.
Everett, who sounds like he should have an extra vowel in his name, but he doesn't because he's Australian.
He's Australian.
He is Australian.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Australian people are cool, dude.
How many times do you think people have been like, "Oh, you're from Australia," and then they do the like, shrimp on the Barbie or something? Poor guy. It's happened.
Or just go, no. I can't do the Australian no.
Oh yeah, they say like no,
No, they're like, no,
nar, nar. I just saw a
no,
funny video about that where a
clear
guy was trying to
eye.
teach. It was like teaching my Australian girlfriend to say no, and he's like, no, nar, no, nar. That was the whole bit, but it went on like it was a reel, so
But
it went
can
on
we
for
do the
too long.
Golden Carabiner challenges and earn patches? Nar.
Nar. Yeah, that's what I keep wanting to call him Rupert. I'm like, it's not Rupert, it's Everett.
You're thinking of Rupert Everett.
I am actually.
Thank you.
But what is he? Who is that?
He's an actor.
Thank you. Thank you. Should we get into we're not going to touch prize money, of course. I feel like everyone knows this, but you know what?
They never do.
They
You would
never
be
do.
amazed at how much people don't know. And you're like, I told you this 15 million times.
Yeah.
And the people who do know knew immediately and will be like, stop telling me
So here's
the
what
deal.
you win if you come in first, second, or third
How much is
in
Chris
each
going to
category.
win for being in a team with us?
Chris would win the team category, first place. You would win $8,000 as a team.
Mm-hmm.
You get a winner's medal and a 2025 season pass.
Okay.
Yeah. Second place is $4,000 and
Mm-hmm.
the same swag. And
Mm-hmm.
third place is $2,000.
And how much is the individual prize?
That's a great question. Male and female are the same from first to third. You basically get first place, male, female gets $5,000 plus a winner's medal and a 25 season pass. Second place gets $2,500, the medal, and a 25 Holy Grail pass. Third place, $1,000, winner's medal, World's Toughest Mudder 2025 entry.
So hear me out, right?
I'm hearing,
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
If a pro athlete who is exceedingly good
Mhm.
wants to run with us and make a team, they can earn more money than by running individually. And therefore, it would be financially beneficial for them to do that.
But for that to happen, you're saying that we would not split it 4 ways.
Why would we split it 4 ways if we weren't doing any of the work?
I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I
I
can
mean,
see
I,
where
I
from
think
a person with a pure heart that makes a lot of sense.
I think it would be only but fair to give the majority to the person who did the majority of the work.
I think the
A
proper thing to
grand,
do.
6 grand to the person who does the majority of the work. So it's more than they'd earn individually. A grand to me, a grand to you, and nothing to Jack.
Oh, I'm in.
If
I'm in.
anybody wants to do that,
Yeah.
but you have to be good enough to be able to win despite us existing.
What if we wait? What if
Hmm.
we got Chris and Austin, and then you and me, and
See,
we just
that
didn't
doesn't
have.
work because they could win it each individually and take home 5 grand each.
Oh, good point. So I was trying to pad the deck a little bit there,
I
but
know.
okay. I see you got your eye on the. Yeah, you're smart, Fran.
I know, thank you.
I don't care
It
what
was
your
that
primary
private
school
schooling.
teachers. That's what I'm saying. So here's the prize allocation for the age groups. First place, male, and we all know the age brackets, right? 18, 24, 25, 29, 30, 34, 35, 39, 40, 44, 45, 49. The important one, 50 to 54. That's where the real athletes are. 55 to 59 and 60 and up. First place, you get a gold age group medal. Second place, stop me if you've heard this before, silver age group medal. Third place, take a guess.
Kick in the teeth.
Gosh dang it. Bronze age group. Thanks for being there, Fran. One man show today. One man show.
I am doing my best to not interrupt you because you told me I interrupt you too much several times.
You're right. I did.
And
And
you're
then,
excited about this, so I'm letting you talk about what you're excited about, and I'm just providing the annoying distractions every
and
now
I
and again.
listened to that episode, and we absolutely talked over each other a lot last episode. And I appreciate your efforts, and I can't guarantee that I would not do that to you going forward, but I will do my best. So obviously, everyone gets, just by participating, you're going to get a World's Toughest Mudder bib, right? You're going to get a World's Toughest Mudder
Can't wait
t-shirt.
for my world's toughest mudder bib.
You what?
I can't wait for my world's toughest mudder bib.
There, dude, I tell you what, like when you do every year, I mean, I've done it 4 times, and it's like, as much as you're kind of excited, not excited, whatever, like when you actually get, when you go and get your bib, like that's such a, it's a big deal, dude. Like I always go like,
Bib
oh,
deal.
here, yeah.
Bib
Then you get your
deal.
Sharpie out, you go back to your house and you get the Sharpie out.
He's not hearing the joke, but okay.
What did you say?
It's a bib deal.
I didn't hear that. I was too busy getting to my next. See, that's a. I
You
try to
get
be an
your
active.
Sharpie out. I forgot to take a Sharpie to Europe's toughest mudder, and I was bummed.
But surely
Luckily,
someone had one.
Jason Dupree had a dry wipe marker which worked exactly the same.
I'm sorry, Jason. Who?
Dupree.
There we go. You said his name wrong. I didn't want to you know. By the way, Jason Dupree, who listens to every episode and then gives us little like, "Hey guys, I liked this, or I liked that, or maybe think about this." So thank you, Jason. Like he's
You,
our most
Jason Dupree.
consistent listener, other than myself.
Jack also listens, but only, I fear, to hear himself. He did suggest that what we should do is we should pick out comments from places and talk about them. And we could do that, but I'm unwilling to go and look at comments. But if you
Yeah,
want
and
to
I
go
think
pick a comment, we can do that.
we also don't usually get a lot of comments.
Okay, so here's the gauntlet, fellas and ladders. Comment on this one if anybody is in fact listening, and we'll talk about it next week.
Yes, please leave a comment on the YouTube, or can you comment on Spotify and Apple Podcasts?
I don't know.
I'm not going to pretend to know, but I don't know. Hang on, I'm going to bring up our last episode, which is right here, and I bet we don't have any comments. Whoa, I don't want
We
to
have
start
one from
that.
Melissa Linden.
Oh, you would think. Oh, 3 comments. Here we go. Oh, gee, I wonder why. I wonder why Jack Goris said we should read the
Is it all
comments.
Jack Goris?
Uh,
Do it in his voice.
I want more seconds. That was from Jack Goris 858. Oh, here we go. Someone. Oh my gosh, Melissa Linden.
Melissa Landon!
Melissa Linden. She says, yes, please find out for us how the Holy Grail qualifications are impacted by WTM being moved up by 5 months.
We forgot to do
Also,
that.
what the requirements are to earn a shield at TWC now that the race is being moved up 2 months.
Mm.
The people have been waiting for answers for months so we can finalize our 2025 schedules.
Okay.
Boy, it would have been better to read that
Before.
pre-show so I didn't have to read it and go like, yeah, we got no idea, but we can work on that.
I will message somebody and ask.
Okay.
I will message them now. Look, I'm messaging them now. What were the questions again?
The question was,
how?
Find out how the Holy Grail qualifications are impacted by World's Toughest Mudder being moved up 5 months. And also what the requirements are to earn a shield at TWC.
Babe, I
now
don't type that fast. Melissa Linden, those questions have been asked. Hopefully I'll have an answer and let you know. And if I don't, we'll just ignore it forever.
Melissa, if you're listening, I know she is. She's probably listening while doing her October ab challenge.
It's a rest day for her on Tuesday.
Oh, on Tuesday. But here we are on Friday. Clearly it's Friday, Fran. So.
Oh, it's my birthday. It's Friday.
And it's my cousin's anniversary, and it was we've covered this last episode. It was my wedding anniversary as well. Okay, I was getting back to achievements. So of course, okay, like we said, you get a bib, you get a t-shirt. If you finish a lap after 9 a.m., you get your official finisher headband, you get your medal, right? You've got your 50, you've got your 75 mile, of course, silver bib and a belt buckle, right?
I would like a belt buckle.
I know. 100 miles, you get, of course, the gold bib and the 100 mile, the everyone's favorite orange jacket.
If you do 100 miles, do you get a belt buckle and an orange jacket?
No belt buckle. Just a 100-mile gold bib.
I'd rather have a belt buckle.
And a 100-mile orange jacket.
I'd rather have a belt buckle. I would stop at 99.9
if you do 125 miles,
which
you get that black bib I was talking about, which looks awesome.
Do you think anybody could do it this year? Yeah, go on.
You go what? Say it again?
I said, do you think anyone will do it this year?
No.
Okay.
Although I'd like to see if Michael Schutt could do it, because, you know, actually, I'd like to see anybody do it.
If he's as speedy as last year, then yeah.
I know. But the other thing you get, I didn't know this, you get a free lifetime entry. Now, I don't know if that means for all Tough Mudders or just World's Toughest Mudder or what, but it just says free lifetime entry. And, of course, the sprint lap, you get the green bib, sprint lap champion, and you get a Tough Mudder entry.
Nice.
Right?
So talking about the course, what's the deal with the course? Last year we had some pretty hefty penalties. The year before they were much sillier. Last year they were more intense. So people were running actually a lot of miles last year because of the penalties, but they weren't official miles. So their watches were showing a very different distance to their finisher time. Any news on penos?
All I know at the moment is that there will be 7 obstacles that have penalties. Now, I don't know, at this moment, I don't know what those obstacles are. Do you by chance?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. So that is what I know is of all, because the by the way, the puzzle piece thing has gone bananas, as you can imagine. People are doing all kinds of challenges. There was one where it was like they wanted the community to do collectively 1,000 burpees. That one was not everyone's favorite, but people are doing it. Burpees. There's put your wetsuit on and dunk yourself in water, run a couple miles,
do it again. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things out there, but the course map as is complete. I have not seen it yet.
No, me neither.
Nor has anybody. Nor has anybody.
No one outside of TMHQ.
Right. But it does appear that the course goes now based on the little fragmented pieces I can see so far, it does appear that the course pretty much goes all the way around a natural lake on the property. And if I've been told anything about Florida, if it's a natural lake, actually, if it's a body of water in
I've just been
Florida,
told if it's a body of water in Florida, there's an alligator in there.
yes. So I'll be curious to see how they deal with that. Because I told you this in our chats the other day at Toughest Chicago, no alligators, but with the pits for like Punky Monkey and stuff being dug and poured days before, uh the frogs, the bullfrogs and the little frogs found their way into that water. So will an alligator find its way? Yeah.
I don't know how much I want to do the team challenge no more.
And are they going to have like a wrangler on site? You know, some guy whose name is probably like Jed, maybe.
Jed.
Yeah, Jed. Jed's a good alligator wrangler name.
Okay.
In it,
In
Jeb.
it.
Is that better? Jebediah.
Jebediah Springfield.
Jebediah, get your truck. We gotta go get a gator. Oh, kind of right. Wait, why are you looking at me in that face? That's not even offensive.
None of it.
Is it? Shouldn't to who?
I don't know.
The 6 people named
Feels
Jebediah?
Feels offensive. Something about the accent.
One of the Bush brothers is Jeb, the political family. You know, like we had a couple presidents named Bush.
Mhm.
Yeah, they've got like a brother or a cousin or a nephew or something named Jebediah down in Florida. It's always Florida.
Florida. So Jebediah Bush
Yeah,
could be the
Jeb.
one playing the alligators.
Clearly, that's going to be our guy.
By the way, talking of that, everyone, don't forget to vote.
Yeah, That's oof. Yes, that's please.
So
Yes,
will
if
we,
you haven't voted,
So, talking about politics for 30 seconds and no more, will the result be out by the time World Toughest Mudder starts, or do they take a couple of days to tally it up?
you know,
We're a small
Fran.
country, so we just do it overnight.
You know, Fran. In years past, I would say, absolutely, yes. We tally the vote, like we vote on, election day, Super Tuesday as they call it, and normally within 48 hours or so, maybe a little bit longer if there's like some slow reporting, we get results, they're certified, and the election is over. Something tells me this year it might take a little longer because I feel like there's going to be certain parts of the country that are just going to kind of be like, yeah, we know these are what the results say, but also we don't think so. And that's disturbing, but it's also kind of how I think it might go. There's a really good chance that when I see you on Thursday or Friday, we're going to have no idea. And
So
we're
it
going to
might
be in a
the
place.
OCR political report as we
We're
get
going to
the
be in a
news coming
place that has
we'll be
some
like, hey guys, is the new president.
maybe. And where we're going to be, there are some pretty polar opposite political leanings in that state. So we might see a little bit of both sides. But you know what? All I care about is that we'll be at World's Toughest Mudder and black and orange, man. Those are the colors of the weekend. Right?
Right, boss.
By the way, have we decided Fran and I and this gentleman named Dustin are going to be sticking around for a couple days after World's Toughest Mudder? And I believe we're going to do Gatorland and we're going to do Medieval Times. Have you been to Medieval Times?
Oh,
Dustin has, though.
Oh, he loves it.
I feel like
we did look up Machine Gun Land as well, but it's incredibly expensive.
Oh, is it really?
It's like
Machine Gun USA?
It's like $170.
To just for like a half hour of shooting or whatever it is.
Even just like a half hour of shooting in middle of Georgia is quite expensive. But yeah, it was really expensive there. So if we want to do that, which I do because shooting in a target range safely in a locked building is quite fun.
Yeah, I agree.
But we can go somewhere cheaper because I'm poor.
Okay.
But yes, Gatorland, yes, Medieval Times.
Dude, I can't wait to see Dustin at Medieval Times because I feel like if ever there was a event or a venue.
You're expecting to see Dustin having fun. We have this thing. So we went like on his first trip here. I took him to a place called Alton Towers, which, oh my God, I should definitely take you guys next year.
Alton Towers?
It's a really, really good theme park in the UK, and
Yeah.
it's near the Midlands-ish. It's not too far from Beaver Castle. Everyone, Alton Towers, so good. Anyway, we took him there, and it has some absolutely spectacular roller coasters. And we went on one, and we both just sat there like this. And I was like, that was really good. And he was like, that was really good. And I was like, we just didn't make any facial expressions. So
Like on purpose,
inside,
or that's just how you
no,
are?
it's just who we are as people.
Oh, I'm the opposite.
Well,
I am
maybe if you're having fun, my face will show it.
I am hands up, schoolgirl screaming. Like, yes. And even medieval times. Give me the little castle flag.
Maybe I will on like new roller coasters, but roller coasters that I've done for 20 years that I know what's happening. I'm just like, this is pleasant.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my God, I can't wait to take you to Alton Towers next year.
Yeah, I'd be. Now, question
Mm.
about theme parks like that in the UK where the weather can be inclement. Are they seasonal or are those things open year round?
They close.
Okay.
So Alton Towers closes just after Halloween weekend and reopens again in like March.
Oh, but we'll be there in the summerish
June.
time, right?
Mhm,
Late
mhm,
June.
mhm, mhm,
So
mhm.
but I imagine a place like that, even if it rains, they're still like, we're
The
good.
only reason they have to close is if there's thunder.
Makes sense. Tough Mudder does the same thing. They clear the course if there's yes. By the way, I did learn uh this back in February. I went to Disneyland with my children. Oh no, I take it back. It was in January. I went to a local theme park around here, and
Totally different story, but okay.
it is. But the point was, rode an outdoor roller coaster for the first time in the rain.
Really hurts.
It hurts so bad. Like on the first drop, I was like, "This is so awesome!" Ow! Oh my god! And it's like one of the longer roller coasters at the park, and you're just like, "No, no!" Like it stung so bad for so long, and I could not wait to get off the ride. So I was like, oh, yeah. So I learned a lesson on that one. But it wasn't raining when we were in line. It was threatening. And then anyway, so they will have bypass obstacle, the rubberized obstacle bypass bands after you complete 25 miles. So every lap after you finish 25 miles, you'll be able to pick up. Do not forget to pick up your obstacle bypass band at the race center, right? You can stack them. You can use them. In fact, we talked about that with Top of Chicago, right? There's a strategy there. Some people are like, I'm using this on that one obstacle. It takes forever every lap. Some people are like, I'm going to stack them up and then speed run my lap. That's what I did in 2021. In fact, I speed ran my last lap so fast, I probably could have gone out and done another one. But I was also like, I'm going to die. So I'm just going to lay down and throw up and then take a nap. So, which is exactly what I did. Good job, everybody. All right, we know those. Golden Caribbean Challengers are available to all athletes. So it just says they're available throughout the race. Yeah, we definitely have to do those. I can't tell
Yes.
if you're, I don't
I
see you
turned my
on my screen.
microphone down so I didn't interrupt you, but then I was just turning it back up. Yes.
Turn it, Fran. Oh, there
Yes.
has been an update. I wanted to get to this because my buddy Gary Andrews, our buddy Gary Andrews, reached out to me and said, hey, look, they updated the Holy Grail standings. Tough Mudder did. So, man, I got a lot of different. So,
I took a screenshot of something to share with
this is the
this.
closest thing I have to race results for this week because there just wasn't a lot going on. So, current leaderboard for 2024 Holy Grail champion. We have Mindy Archer in first place with 235.8 miles. Jackie Baugh, who we talked about, she was leading last time we did this at 204.1 miles. And Maxine Johnson with 118.6 miles.
Well
So
done,
all
Maxine.
like, I mean, Mindy's got a 30-mile lead. So as long as she does worlds and just kind of like keeps it moving, you would think she could be the champion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gary Andrews leading for the men, 233.3 miles. Spencer Lado, 208.7 miles. And everyone's favorite painted head Canadian, Joe Perry, third place, 192.4 miles. So again, 30 to 40 mile lead on second and third place for Gary Andrews. But as he told me, Those are some really strong people behind me. It's anybody's race. So he's not wrong.
We believe in you,
You know,
Gary.
one wrong step into a gator hole, and
You're dead.
that's not even a real thing. I don't think there's such thing as gator holes.
Well,
But
now it's something new for me to worry about. Thanks, buddy.
hey, I'm just trying to help you be cautious, my friend.
I
It's
mean,
okay.
it's up to everyone to read the rule book themselves. Let's just talk about the fun bits that we want to talk about.
Okay. Tell me a fun bit that you're looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to Jack Gorris's 30-second worldwide weather report. Take it
Take it
away, Jack.
away, Jack.
All right, the weather in Washington, D.C. is going to be 62 with a low of 43 on November 9th. Because I could only get stats for Washington, D.C. on weather.com, we have to divide and conquer. Bartow is 3 states away from D.C., Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, 910 miles away. So we're going to take the high of 62, divided by 910, get like 0.4. Then we're going to add 200 to it, and we're going to get 29 degrees next week in Florida. So good luck, everybody. It's going to be cold.
You know what? I previewed that one.
Why?
I sent him a message. What's
Why
that?
you preview? It's way funnier to not know what's going to come.
Well, I'd see it anyway when I'm editing this because I have to put it in place and see if I have to narrow it down. But that's probably one of my favorite ones he's done.
Really? Should we get him to do it
Nothing
live
will
next
beat
week?
nothing will beat the sleeping one
Yeah, that one was really fun.
because to me that's him. That's prime Jack right there.
It's prime Jack humor.
Yeah. By the way,
You know,
can we just give some props to my awesome jack o' lantern that I
Did
carved?
you carve that?
I carved it myself.
Oh my God, I have a 7-year-old and we've not carved any pumpkins yet.
Oh, well, that's probably okay. You still got a couple days.
No, we haven't.
What?
It's Friday. Halloween was yesterday.
That's right, because we didn't. Thank you. You're right, man. We're just time traveling all over this episode. We have some kind of breaking news, but we can't break it yet. That's my favorite kind of breaking news.
Ow!
You just hit yourself in the face?
I just hit the wall.
Oh, okay.
We do have some really exciting breaking news.
Yep. That can't be broken yet.
No.
Although, honestly, by the time we get another episode out,
It'll be too late to break it.
it'll be too late. Everyone will know the broken news.
Maybe we'll
That's
just
okay.
do a video midweek to break the news.
In fact, we should check in with the people involved with the breaking news and see exactly when we are going to break the news.
And I wonder why we can't break it yet.
That's a good question. We haven't asked.
And what their plan is for breaking the breaking news. I'm going to text them.
Yeah. Woo. When news breaks, we fix it.
When are we breaking the...
That reminds me, Fran.
Mm.
This is really dumb, but who cares? It's totally unrelated to anything Tough Mudder or World's Toughest Mudder. I am drinking out of a mug from Oakland Coffee.
Oakland Coffee.
Quick trivia question.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me who the world famous group is of people, of artists that founded Oakland Coffee?
What do you mean world
I think
famous?
it's a tax shelter for them because that's how they
What do you mean world famous group of artists? Are we talking
There
band?
are, well, I can't,
Or-
if I give you too much detail, it'll give it away.
Or literal, like, artists?
Performing artists.
The Black Eyed Peas.
No, not even close. They haven't been a band forever.
They might still be
No.
a band.
Oakland Coffee, which,
Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
no, they're like an LA band.
Um,
So Oakland is in the San Francisco Bay Area, right? The East Bay, if you
babe,
will.
I know so much about the States. This is too much for me. This is just too much information that I don't have. But I do so
Green Day.
much.
Green Day. It's me. It's Green Day. Green Day founded Oakland Coffee. Fun fact, Oakland Coffee actually no longer exists because it's been rebranded as Punk Bunny Coffee. Punk Bunny Coffee. They've got a little bunny that runs around. He's all drunk and one eye is X'd out.
I just
And
have
so
a Mickey
Punk-
Mouse mug.
I like that.
Thank you.
Oh, check this out.
Yeah.
Completely unrelated. This is kind of like thoughts on things, but not really. Now we're just kind of freestyling
Do you have a thoughts on things?
like the hip hopopotamus. I do, but I only have it because I have one that I want to say.
Can I just say my thoughts on things are, for anyone who has a lot of finisher t-shirts, they're really good towels for your hair. Thoughts on
So,
things? No,
Do you have a thoughts on things question? Because I kind of have one.
I didn't have one, but you had something else that was before thoughts on things.
No, it was kind of a thoughts on things.
Go on then.
Give me where this spawned from is I just learned something last night, like a fact that I never would have known, and I had no idea. And I'm always like, oh my gosh, I never would have guessed that. So is there something within, your adult life, like someone told you, hey, did you know this weird fact or this strange fact? And it kind of like, you were like, WTF, I had no idea. That's crazy.
Yes, but
Or
I've
something like
forgotten
that?
what it is.
Okay. Well, we got plenty of time. This has been a pretty quick episode.
Has it? It doesn't feel like it has.
No, I can't see a timer, so it's okay.
It's 9:30. Do you have a weird fact that you're like, oh, what the hecking heck?
I do.
Dracula was written around the time of Coca-Cola being invented. So somebody in Dracula could have been drinking an ice cold Coca-Cola.
And back then it had cocaine in it, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's not
Okay,
a very
I didn't
good
know
one.
that.
I've got something better, but I've forgotten.
Okay. Well, maybe it'll come to you as I'm sharing my story.
Mm.
And I have to credit WTM veteran Hannah Carta, who we
I
love.
her.
I'm pretty sure she'll be at Worlds. She
have.
actually posted an infographic on Instagram about this fact. And I went, really? And so, but because I'm not a sheep, Fran, I do my own research. I looked it up. And sure enough, it's real. So, have you ever played a game when you were a child called Duck, Duck, Goose?
I saw this.
So, have you played?
Yes,
you know the game?
Duck, Duck, Goose. Yes.
Yes. So, for those of you who don't know, how would you not know? Bunch of children sit in a circle.
Duck, duck,
Yep.
duck,
One child
duck,
gets up,
duck.
walks around
duck,
the perimeter of the
goose.
circle, taps each kid on the head, saying duck, duck. And then you choose one special person, you smack him on the head, and you say goose.
Can we play
And then
Duck,
you'd
Duck,
have to
Goose
run
or
around
World's
the
Toughest Murder, and all we do is hit Jack on the head?
I love it.
Thank you.
I love that. But yes, so then whoever you hit the goose, and then you run as fast as you can around the perimeter of the circle back to where that person was sitting, because now they've gotten up and they're trying to chase you. And if you can get back to their spot and sit down before they tag you, then they are now it.
This would be a really fun game to play with elite athletes because they could overtake us.
They absolutely could. And I would probably blow out an Achilles trying to get up fast. I'd be like, here I come. Oh, calf cramp, calf cramp.
Or like,
Gosh, down I go.
Duck, Duck, Goose.
So here's what I did not know.
VJ and have him overtake us on the loop.
Everywhere in the United States.
Everywhere you go, every smile you see.
Okay. As we get copyright struck from Fran singing.
That good.
Everywhere you go in the United States, the game is called Duck, Duck, Goose.
Goose.
Except in the great state of Minnesota, which is basically southern or northern Canada, kind of southern Canada. No, it's not, but they do. You know what they have? They got 10,000 lakes.
Duck,
and they've got mosquitoes.
Alligator.
No gators. Mosquitoes, though. Lots and lots of mosquitoes. Anyway, in Minnesota, the game is called Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. Yeah. And I even double checked. I've got a former Minnesota resident, Charles Hopper. I checked in with him and I was like, dude, what do you guys call Duck, Duck, Goose? And he's like, yeah, weird, right? It's Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. I saw that infographic. It's true.
Yeah, I thought it was Duck, Duck, Gray Goose.
No, it's Gray Duck.
This is actually a surprise to me because I'm like, Duck, Duck, Duck.
Yeah, but like, come on, Minnesota. Why would you do that? I tried to look it up. It had something to do with like certain. So I think the game originated in Sweden. That's what they're saying. Because Duck, Duck, Goose loosely translates to some Swedish thing. And there was a bunch of Swedish immigrants that moved to Minnesota, but certain parts of the country played Duck, Duck, Goose, and certain parts played Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. And then they immigrated to certain parts of Minnesota played Duck, Duck, Gray Duck, and it kind of made its way through the state. And that was 8 minutes of your life that you're never going to get back. So I appreciate you hanging in there for Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. In fact, maybe
because he would have loads of these facts, but he would run down 2 flights of stairs so fast he'd break his neck.
Yeah. Maybe we should, in the little community area in the pit, we should like get on the microphone and be like, all right, who wants to play a game of Duck, Duck, Gray Duck? And just watch all the Minnesotans go, what? Because everyone else will be like, what? You mean Duck Duck Goose? We're like, whoa, no non-Minnesotan.
We should play that. I am up for being really silly this year and not sitting down for so long.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you
I
want to know
agree.
something really cool that I did yesterday?
That's
Not
what I'm talking about.
yesterday,
This is
5 days ago.
no, yes.
I learned how to lâcher.
You know what? I'm actually quite jealous of that because I mean, you have looking at some of those obstacles at OCRWC, especially those last one. Like you
Well,
had to
lâcher.
lâcher to get through that obstacle.
Yeah.
Where did you? Do you have like an OCR gym near you or something?
No, it's called Total Ninja. It is not endorsed. Although sponsors we wish we had, and it's like an inflatable course, and then they have obstacle sections which they mix up all the time.
I
So every
love
time you go,
inflatable
it's
courses.
yeah, really hard though. I don't love them so much. They're really hard. Inflatable side, and then an obstacle part, and they move the obstacles around. So every time you go, not every time if you went every day, but you know, likely every time you go because it's bloody expensive. It's different. Well, the most popular things are the up and down monkey bars and the rings. I don't know why more places don't just have those things. Anyway, they have some like swinging bars, and I was like, this is a good opportunity for me to practice flying monkeys because the bar swings and it feels a bit safer. And I was trying, and I managed to do like let go, you know, like catch, and I was like, that was good. And then I kind of did it, but I was just feeling really unsafe. So then there was a guy who worked there, and I was like, my dude, do you have any tips on lashaying? And he was like, yeah, you know, you can just reach across and monkey. And I was like, I know, but I specifically want to be able to lachet. And he's like, okay, come with me. And he took me to a different area where they were static and was giving me really good tips. And he was like, so firstly, you want to let go when you're on the upper part of your swing, so you're really high. So it was good to know where to let go. So
You mean as you after you've come through?
you
and
know,
you're
like
up-
if you were jumping off a swing,
Yeah.
like a playground swing, you jump
Uh-huh.
off at the top.
Yeah.
So that's the point you let go when you're at the top.
Okay.
And then and also as you're about to let go, do a tiny little bit of a pull up with your arms. So you're powering through. And then what he taught me to do was go from standing and being a little bit far out, but not massively, jumping up, doing one swing, and on that first swing, letting go and going to the second bar.
Ooh, see, boy, I tell you, the big thing is like
Having someone who knows what they do showing you how to do something is incredible.
Yes, but that in general, like having the confidence to let go with both hands, right?
Well, that's what I've always been scared of, but because I was told how to do it, I was like, okay.
Yeah, because there's that video that OCRWC put out of the woman
three
who was
women.
the last one on the course or whatever that
Oh,
came through.
yeah.
And she went for it, but landed like you could not have landed flatter on her back than she did.
Yeah,
when
she really put it in.
And I was like, I lost my breath just watching that.
Yeah, she really gave it her all. And it's also fun looking like me, because I don't look like an athlete necessarily. I look pretty average bear.
I disagree, but okay.
Thank you, babe. And that we were playing on the obstacles, and there were two guys who were fantastic. They were having really good fun, and they were doing things, and they were doing, you know, the circular wheels.
Yeah.
And they were doing them, and they couldn't do them. And I was like, oh, I've not done those before. Let me try. And I did, and it was really easy. And I just looked at us, and I was like,
Yeah. Sometimes
and I was like, do I like how is I practice this a lot. I'm not just turning up some mother with a 7-year-old child in a t-shirt.
Those guys are going home going like, gosh dang, Fran,
Carlo,
we have breaking news. I just got a message that basically said, yeah, you can tell them that now. So we can decide whether we want to put this out as its own thing or do we want to just like keep it in this episode. We should finish this with that and tune in next week as we give you the breaking news that we said we were going to do, but we forgot to do it. So no breaking news for you. So Fran,
Carlo,
at the start of the show, we teased some breaking news from the OCR report regarding World's Toughest Mudder.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to be the one to physically break the news to the community or to anyone else who's listening?
Ticket sales for brunch at World's Toughest Mudder closed today.
They did.
Friday, 1st November. You are gonna want to go and buy those tickets.
Find yourself some black market tickets, baby.
Tickets should still be open on Friday, 1st of November, right? They close
What
on
if it
Friday.
sells out? You got to find yourself some black. Go to StubHub and find the black market tickets.
Find yourself a black market ticket, baby.
Come on, babes. Come on.
You're gonna get to see this hot mess in real life, baby.
Tell me more.
WTM Brunch 2024, brought to you by the OCR Report.
Brought to you by the OCR Report. What are they going to be doing? What are they going to be doing, Fran?
They're going to be doing all kinds of exciting stuff. Interviews with athletes, photography from Jack Goras, and hosted by your favorite OCR Report members live on stage Monday morning, all streamed by the OCR Report. Live.
On stage? So when people get their first place checks, we're going to be handing them their checks?
Uh-huh.
We're going to say, first place, team competition. The really good girl and the three slouches. Get up here, Chris Rogloski, and you and I and Jack Goras and Chris Rogloski will take our $8,000 check and hold it to the sky.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. Boy, I hope she shows up.
Please, Chris.
Come on, Chris. Well, that's exciting.
That's really exciting.
So basically, the OCR Report is emceeing,
hosting.
Hosting. Say it again.
Hosting
the Awards Brunch on Monday.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm super excited about that.
I'm super excited about it. It's been such top secret news.
Top secret news.
Top secret news.
I don't know if I get stage fright. I used to, and then I didn't. So we'll see.
Do you know when I get stage fright? When I go on stage on Friday, I'm not that entertaining on stage. When I go on stage on a Friday at OCRWC to announce that OCRWC will not be returning in 2025 and will in fact be returning in 2026 in May to a new location, and people go, boo.
You had to do that?
Yeah.
You're kind of like, why don't you have anyone else do that?
It was not.
Oh, Fran.
Anyway, buy your brunch tickets.
I mean, you did some of the announcing last year too, or a lot of it.
Yeah,
didn't you?
But I was not visible.
Oh, that's right.
I was just a disembodied voice echoing around.
Pay no attention to the woman behind the curtain. You're basically Oz. You were the great and powerful Oz. Well, isn't that a horse of a different color?
Is Jack the one with no brains? And you're the one with... Are you Dorothy?
Clearly. Probably more Toto, just scurrying around.
Will's Dorothy, isn't he?
Will? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Let's be careful what we say so we can make sure we're still part of the broadcast.
There's nothing there that's an insult apart from to Jack.
I hope this was as classy and stylish as Will was hoping when he gave us permission to talk about it.
It was not.
No.
Jason, can you let us know and we'll take it out?
Well, there you go.
Well, there we go. The next time we'll be doing this, we will be coming live from the Friday night welcome dinner at World's Toughest Mudder. It will be me and Carlo and everybody else who's there.
Everybody else. We're going to be grabbing people by the shirt collars, pulling them in, saying, talk to us. We need people. And they'll be like, who are you guys?
And we'll be like, no.
They'll be like, you guys have a podcast? And we'll be like, I mean, it's new. It's new. We've only got about 20 episodes. But, it's finding, it's starting to take hold. It's finding its place. Finding its place. I don't know how to read the stats. If I did, I could tell you.
It's pretty terrible.
No, it's great. It's just people haven't found it yet.
Okay.
So I was at a wedding this past weekend and my cousin, who I love dearly, she was like, hey, I saw your show. And I said, oh, did you listen? And she was like, yeah, I listened to part of one just to kind of see what it was about, but I didn't really get it. So, and I was like, it's okay. It's not, she's never done anything remotely close to OCR. So it's just, we
don't get to do that.
If we were true crime though, she'd probably be like, I listened to your show.
Okay, let's do a true crime episode one time.
Okay. You got any cool unsolved crimes in your area?
No. Okay. We have
Okay.
some really good serial killers in the UK, though.
That Jack the Ripper guy was pretty good.
Yeah, but we've also got the Yorkshire Ripper. He was good. Fred and Rose West, they were good.
He was good. As far as rippers go, he was a ripper. You know what
He
I'm
was a
saying?
good ripper.
He was a ripper of a ripper. Okay.
Ian. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about serial
We don't have to go through all the rippers, but they can't all be bangers, but they can be rippers.
Right. Carlo.
So is a ripper just anybody who murders someone with a knife? Is that why they're a
Hey,
ripper?
Carlo.
Hey, if we were on stage at the Oscars, they'd be playing the music of bam, 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 bam. Oh, hey, and my agent. I'd like to thank my agent and also my dog. I cannot believe she. Thank you. Coming up next. Hey.
Let the people go. They're gonna be like, "Why would I come to brunch? You guys are insufferable."
You guys gonna drone on about duck, duck, gray duck?
Ooh, let's play a giant game of duck, duck, grey duck at brunch.
Ooh, we might win because no one can run except us.
Because we'd won the team event but didn't do anything for it.
Hell yeah, brother.
Do you know
All right.
how we could do even better in the team event? Is we could replace Jack with Jason, who actually will run quite a lot.
That's a good point.
But I don't think Chris wants breaks. I think she's happy to run team event. I think she kind of prefers to run team event. Right, see Carlo.
Thank you. Hey, Fran. I took your line.
See you next week.
In person. I'm so excited. Bye.